theater news going on this week. Once a year, the Lyric Opera takes some traditional music theater and puts it on their stage. Last year it was Sound of Music, before that Oklahoma. This year, another Rodgers and Hammerstein classic, Carousel. So Carousel first debuted 70 years ago. As a matter of fact, this very weekend, 70 years ago. And the storyline, though, may be showing some signs that its most relatable days have passed. It's about the young girl who goes to a traveling circus whose big attraction is its colorful carousel. A street smart, fast-talking carny who runs the carousel takes up with the naive, wide-eyed girl, offering her big dreams and empty promises in this very prim and proper world, one where the men do as they please. And believe it or not, that even includes beating their women. It's a musical overflowing with dysfunction. Often during the show, I wondered if this was still relevant to today's audiences. At times I felt like I was watching 50s TV, but at other times, who and what else was going around this ill-fated couple was universal, even to an almost all teenage student audience with whom I saw this at a matinee the other day. Doing what you have to do for love, clearly still very much alive, but where the story was sometimes a stretch, and songs like You're a Queer One, Julie Jordan, got a few giggles. What keeps this carousel turning are the mostly magnificent performances. Stephen Pasquale and Laura Oness from CBS's The Good Wife and Elementary, respectively, are powerful as the central figures. The supporting performers, including Jen Gambatese, Maria from last year's Sound of Music, and Matthew Heidick, steal their scenes with their talent and charm. Interestingly, though, the only real opera star in the show, the internationally renowned mezzo-soprano Denise Graves, who sings the song's signature song, You'll Never Walk Alone, often sounded like she was in a completely different production. Now, true opera fans may have found her to be the highlight of the show, but to me, the style is so different that it completely took me out of this show. The dance pieces, though, here were highlights, touching and elegant and expressively eloquent on the surprisingly minimalistic staging for a show that's normally bigger than life. There is a lot to like here, most of it in the second act, so I'd recommend going for the nostalgia and staying for the top-notch performances. It does run just over 3 hours with an intermission. It's playing through May the 3rd at the Civic Opera House. Really interesting watching this with a theater full of teenagers. I wondered if they were going to be interested, and they were engaged. They got it. I think they did. Yeah. They were at least quiet for Uncle Dean, so I was happy about that.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
There's maturity in that age, son.
Yeah,
Uncle Dean, thank you.
Thanks, Dean. Have a great week.